Easy Video Online. Security cameras online in less than 5 minutes. Welcome to the EVO Video Training Series. Alright, this is Peter Brissett with Easy Video Online. I'm going to walk you through today on this video how to set up the DVR recording settings at the best optimal settings. So the camera will automatically start recording right away, but we can come in and make some adjustments to that to make that a little bit better. So what we're going to do is right click on the icon. If you're running Windows Vista or Windows 7, you want to run this as an administrator. Because of the way Windows is set up. Run setup is what we're going to do here to get into our camera setup options. Again, this is just for doing setup on the cameras. Viewing and playback will show you through the web browser in our other videos. So here's our camera here that we want to work with. If we had more cameras on our network, you can click on any one of those in order to get into the settings. Alright, we're going to go to the Mini DVR tab. We're configuring our SD card. Now you can stop recording or start recording just by clicking this button. Okay, so we're recording. Boot up recording means as soon as the camera comes on, it starts recording, which is what you want to do. You can also include audio, so most of our cameras have microphones built in, so if you want to record the audio, you can do that as well. Again, that's going to increase your file size, so you want to be careful of that. Typical storage policy is to overwrite, so you're just automatically going to overwrite once the SD card gets full. So right now we have about a 4 gigabyte SD card that we're shipping with our cameras. So it should give you about 7 to 10 days worth of video storage on those. Now let's go through some of the basic setup options. The best way to do this is event recording. We're going to record just area 1. You can add more areas if you want to, and we're going to do that with motion detection. So if you click on the motion detection tab, you can see we have a box here. So this is area 1, and we can move that. Now what you can do is do the whole area, so any kind of motion, but remember that even changing light or a shadow can actually create what looks like motion to the cameras. So you may want to be very specific about the area. You can just click and drag a box and pick the area that any kind of motion that happens in that area will trigger the recording. And you can adjust the threshold and the sensitivity. So threshold relates to basically how big is the object. Sensitivity, you can increase and decrease the sensitivity so it's more sensitive to motion. You can also set up an email alarm setting. So again, a camera with a fair amount of motion in front of it's going to send you a lot of emails because it's going to do it every time it happens. So you may want to be cautious on that, on doing that. So once you set up really area 1, you could set up area 2 and 3 and have different areas. But really one area is probably going to be sufficient for most people. Alright, we'll save those settings and close that. The next option is video quality. So really for basically full motion video, you can do 7 frames per second. Again, if you do higher frames, 10, 15, it's going to take up a lot more storage, but usually 7 frames per second is plenty to be able to get the information that you need. Resolution wise, there's 3 settings for that. QSIF would be the lowest resolution, SIF is better, D1 would be the best resolution, the highest resolution of the cameras. Bits per second, this will automatically adjust based on your number of frames per second and your resolution. So whatever that changes to, you can just leave that as the default. So that's where you set your video quality. That should get you 7 to 10 days worth of recording. We can also check here the SD card status. So you can see here this is the capacity of the card, and then this is how much video is currently on the card right now. And then once it gets full, it'll start to overwrite. So it's kind of like snake eating its tail. First in, first out kind of idea on the recorder. So that's your basic DVR setup for the cameras. Again, you just set this up once for the cameras to kind of fine-tune it, and you'll not need to change those settings again. So be watching our other videos where we'll talk about how you access and play back the video, and how you can download it and view it offline for other purposes. Thank you, and have a great day. Thank you for watching the video. Please visit our website at easyvideoonline.com.